Assalamualaikum, sir.
Waalaikumsalam. Tak rasa macam haram pula. Kenapa ada echo
Ya,
Hello? Dengar
dengar.
Okay.
Good morning, Ms. Reeza. How are you?
Okay, good morning. Thank you. I'm in my house in Malacca.
Oh, you in Malacca?
Yes.
Oh, I see. You can hear me proper, sir? Proper, I mean, okay? I'm afraid that
Yeah.
my... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
There's this squeaky noise coming
Yes?
from someone, I'm not so sure.
Sorry, Ms. Reeza, I cannot hear you.
There's this squeaky noise I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Is it
No,
me?
this is the mic.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. So, Mr. Reza, before we start, I think it is best if all of us introduce ourselves to you. So, I am Amnie Syakirah.
Hi, nice to meet you, Mr. Reeza. I'm Shamimie.
Hi.
So I'm Alia Maisarah.
Mr. Reeza, I'm Zulaikha.
Hi, I am Nurul Farihah.
Hi, Mr. Reeza. I'm Siti Muzdalifah.
Hi, my name is Nur Aqila Nadia.
Hi, Mr. Reeza. I am Nur Izazi. Okay. So I'm the last.
Okay. So, I believe Alia have told you, Mr. Reza, that we are student from UNIZA, which we want to do our interview today with a PR practitioner for our assignment for PR subject. So,
Are you guys majoring in PR ke it's just a part of the subject?
Yes, part of subject. We are
So the
actually...
full subject is?
Sorry?
The full subject name, the full course.
Introduction to Public Relation. Just introduction, because we are actually majoring in English communication.
Okay, interesting. So, like, should I start with introducing myself first?
Okay, sure, no problem. You can introduce yourself now. Okay.
Okay, so hello, good morning. My name is Reeza Rosnan. Okay, you can just call me Reeza. You don't even have to call me AJ. But some people call me 3R just because of my unique name of Reeza Redzuan Rosnan. Okay, and I am currently working in Petronas Penampilan Center in Siam Berhad. So I think I've met Alia several times because I'm with her mom. So I am very close with her mom, and my mom was like, okay, Alia needs to do this assignment, and then yeah, sure, why not? So I'm working as an executive for knowledge management and public relations. So just to give you an overview, public relations in our company is very big. So when I ask about public relations, what something pop up in your mind?
I will say things that relate to the public. We have to communicate with maybe our customer.
Okay, good. Anyone else?
Or maybe CSR?
CSR, okay, good. Anything else? Well, let's try.
It also counting as to maintain the reputation of our company.
Reputation. Okay, sure. Anything else?
Can it be part of marketing?
Marketing. Usually marketing they have a different team. but I think related to the reputation, yes. Yeah.
So you handle the thesis?
Sorry, what? Thesis?
Oh, you know, if there are any crisis in your
Oh, crisis.
yes,
Yes,
crisis.
correct. Yes, crisis. Yeah, that's true. True. Anyone else want to try? Farihah, Aqila, Muzdalifah.
I think maybe you are involved in research and advising the top management.
Oh, okay, that's good. Actually, that's correct. Advising more on a way in terms of communication. For example, macam kalau kita nak apa, macam wishing people selamat hari raya, those kind of stuff, ataupun writing their speech and all. Okay, that's correct. Aqila, ada idea?
No.
No, it's okay. Muzdalifah. Wow.
I think it's to like give a positive view to the public about the company itself.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. So, that's are talking about actually very true and correct, because that's what I am doing. I think on top of that, we are also talking about brand management. So public relations is all about stakeholders. So your stakeholders can be about internal or external. So internal stakeholders mostly are, kalau macam for us, is the staff itself, and also the staff of Petronas. So like some companies are related, have some branches, have some subsidiary company, they have some corporate, so they hold, like all those stuff are considered as internal stakeholders. So we still need to take care of them, but we handle in a different manner compared to external stakeholders. So external stakeholders are those who are probably involved by our operation indirectly. For example, the local community that lives in Kete, Pakedungun, the public that probably use Petronas brand, macam such as the Petronas gas station, Petronas gas memasak tu, okay, and those who are so those are the external stakeholders. Probably we can say the whole the government authorities as well, so those are external stakeholders. So I am in charge of that. The brand management, because Petronas has embarked a new journey of solidifying the brand as it is. If you have heard, our tagline is passionate about progress, meaning that we are very passionate to be the pace setter for an energy company. Right now, we don't call ourselves as an oil and gas company anymore. We would like to venture out as an energy company. So the cascading, the information cascade, the information dissemination, all those are also involved or a part of PR job. And on top of that, we also, I think, correct, handle crisis. It's actually a part of the communication. So during the crisis, usually we will limit the communication by our team only. We will not allow anyone else to macam cakap-cakap banyak ke apa ke dan sebagainya. In fact, we make it as a part of their code of conduct and ethics, which means that anyone else who talk shit or talk bad about a company to the media, and then if we found that they are guilty or they can be assessed with some measurement, right? Probably even up to dismissal, because we really take care of our reputation. And I guess I think the new thing that probably you guys are not talking about, which I am right now doing, is something the focus of the company strategy, which has to be told to the public. So right now, Petronas is embarking the sustainability effort. The sustainability agenda is the biggest thing that we are doing right now. We want to portray that we are a very responsible and sustainable organization. We take care of Mother Earth, we take care of our people, we enrich their lives, we really care about our governance, and all our operations are sustainable and long-lasting, has long-lasting value. So sustainability agenda is also a part of our mission right now and what we are doing. I think the other job that I'm doing yang macam remeh-temeh is very macam, you know, something that the tools that we are using to accomplish the mission. For example, tu lah macam the creating posters, creating videos, you know, disseminating all the propaganda, kan, macam to make sure people are happy ke, to make sure people are accepting. Okay, communication as well. For example, one of my job scope right now is doing the communication for COVID-19. So specifically for macam specifically technically for COVID-19, it will be handled by HSC department. Tapi kalau macam focusing on macam more to information or more to like how we govern, how we spread the message, we provide the platform and all ada lain. Okay. Yeah, and all the visits, I think korang maybe kalau visit whether coming from the public, kan macam budak sekolah nak datang ke, or it comes from a government authority ke, so we have to take care of that. In fact, just for information, we have the whole plan. We call it stakeholder management plan for the whole year, and then we will map it. For example, custom, when we're going to meet them. MPK, when we're gonna meet them, Majlis Pemandangan Kemanfaatan, and who else? DOSH, JKPP, and all those government-related agencies. We will map them, and then we will assess at the end of the year how are they reacting to Petronas. Or to Petronas Representative Terengganu lah. So ada like green tu macam happy lah, maksudnya diorang tak issue. If kuning, probably some sort of macam diorang berhati-hati. Some other, probably we have some issues with them ke, whether it resolve or not, there is some issue that we need to really. Kalau red tu maksudnya we need some intervention, like immediate intervention. They are not happy with us, so we need to do something with them. And then with all sorts of means. Sama ada kita buat visit ke, sama ada kita jumpa dia sit down ke, sama ada kita probably, you know, support them in any way ke, just to tell them that we are very serious and we are very responsible to solve all those problems that we have with them. So I think that's it. Yeah, my name is Reeza. I'm 26 years old, so I'm quite new to the company. I think 3 years working. So I just had the anniversary 3 years last November, 1st November. So I'm not actually studying like you guys. I didn't even study intro to public relations or whatnot. I am actually studying in petroleum engineering from University of Tulsa, Oklahoma, United States of America. So I'm actually an engineer by background. However, because of because of current economic situation where even Petronas itself, we are moving towards sustainability. We don't want to dig oil anymore. We want to find a more clean and affordable energy source. So I think being a petroleum engineering is not really a good idea right now. And so that's why right now I'm working in non-technical job, which is the public relations and knowledge management. So I think that's it. So from now on, I can just receive questions and I will answer them accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Reeza, for your very long explanation on your job, your position, your role, and whatnot. Because that's really actually my first question that I should have asked you, but thank you so much. You eased a little bit for my part. So I guess for the next one, Mimi will proceed with the question.
Yes. My first question to Mr. Reza is actually, um, can you share your journey into getting to PR department in Petronas?
Journey.
Yes, your journey.
Okay, so I think so this is my first year doing the PR. However, first when I was working straight with Petronas Penapisan Terengganu, I was doing something. However, I always help them doing the PR, and then they can see my talent in communication and my passion in handling the stakeholders. So that's why this year they put me to apa PR. I think the journey so far is pretty good because at the end of the day, just like any other position or just like any other career, you just need to have passion. You don't even need to love them, but you just need to have some passion means something that I wake up every day. So that is something that I can bear with. So when people has no passion, so diorang bangun pun macam, oh shit, kena buat kerja ni lagi, macam tu. So that's no passion. Even though they have studied, did it for like what 4 to 5 years, tapi macam there's no passion, there's no passion. So I think that's where they see my passion is. Whenever I talk to the visitors, I am very passionate and I am very, I give a different meaning in handling the visitors. So that's when they put me in charge of knowledge, the public relations this year. And coincidentally, the public relations have been redefined in Petronas, which means that people usually think public relations is just accepting visitors and handling them. Kan? And then that's all, bye-bye, tak ada kerja lain. But this year we are handling so much. With the COVID-19, the communication, it really tested our ability. And also, like the crisis this year, we managed. We have some issues with this government agency. So the way we are handling it, we call it grievance. So, so those are also handled by public relations. So I guess that my journey, even though it's pretty good, however, I would say quite adventurous as well. And I think I did it okay. And I'm happy with how I'm handling the subject. Thank you, Miss.
I think it's really great to have passion in your work. So before you do PR, have you ever been exposed to PR in any kind of situations, in formal or informal educations?
No, just like I said just now, I had no formal knowledge or formal study about PR. I think PR is something that you can just pick it on. So like communication, you just need to learn about it along the way. I think that's what career is. Right now you're studying. I think I was naive like you all last time. We study and then that's what we're going to use during our career. No one said that. Because probably what you guys are studying, what in English, whatever, probably you're doing something else. Whether it's good or not, it just depends on you. Probably, trust me, probably one of you probably are doing business next time. And you didn't even study business, but we just learn about it. We just learn from time to time. That's what self-drive is. And right now, what we are doing is just to get the certification. So right now, we just want to get what, bachelor? Are you guys getting bachelor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you just need to have a bachelor just to pass some requirement. Because at the end of the day, some of them don't even care what kind of bachelor you have. You just need a degree. So that's all. And along the way, you just need to prove to your employers that you can do the job. So whether it's about communication or it's about teaching English or even like, you know what, I also can learn other language. So you give me like trust me, I can learn about it. So yeah. Do not ever English teacher or professor because probably you're not in this very challenging environment. sometimes we could not afford to be picky about our career, and then like what the availability for English major is very limited. So probably some of you are going to be a waiter, and that's fine. Some of you are going to open a business, and that's fine as well. Some of you are doing something else. I mean, probably not engineering lah, because you need to have certain skills and knowledge about certain technical term, but it's okay to do something different. Hope it answers.
Okay, thank you, Miss Redwa, for the motivation. I would like, what is your typical work week like? So, since we are now having a pandemic right now, there must be a change in your routine. So, can you share with us?
Okay. My routine is so every day when I woke up right now, so I'll do so every day, like because currently we are undergoing like an assessment for the whole company. So our company will be assessed whether we are ready to embark in this so-called journey of transformation or not. So we have done all the preparation and all. So right now my position is just need to cascade the information, to excite the people, to inform the people that to spread the propaganda that we are ready. So like every week I will have to do that. So that's the thing. People say, ah, buat video je pun. But even doing the video takes a lot of preparation. You just need to know who you need to interview, or who you need, the subject of the video, and then the content of the video, the creation, the production of the video, when you're gonna shoot it, when you're gonna edit it, you know, and then the publication. So that's one. Video is a big thing, and also along the way, like that's just the assessment. The we call it OOIA assessment. So that is only one, but you have so many stuff that you're doing as well. You have also have to take care of the stakeholders and all. So you just need to look at your calendar or anything, like is it coincide with the visit and all. So if you have like some visit coming up next in 3 weeks, you have to prepare it already. Or if you're not only doing the visit, you have to visit someone, not receiving, visit someone. So you have to also prepare that as well. And on top of that, so the visit done. So I also have to manage the you know the we call it intranet, like a internal website for the company. So that's when the first they open up, they're gonna see that in the first page. So we do that. I have to update it every day, and so sometimes like when like this week you just finished the event last week. Last week, for example, we do some CSR or whatever. So you need to do the report as well. So this week we are doing the report, you know. So those are juggling up with all the information that I was talking about just now, with the crisis, like what I told you, the grievance from the government and all. So you just need to settle it. So every day, I'll make sure that if I have some deliverables that week, I need to prioritize that. And if the things that can be wait until, like for example, the deliverables not this week, next week, so I think that I can do the preparation, but I will prioritize whatever I need to do it by this week. Just like macam you guys lah, so macam exam English English per this week. So you still study for mathematics, you still study for I don't know, intro to PR, if you have some exam, whatever. Right. So but because there's no exam, you probably might postpone it a bit because you want to prioritize for English. Yeah.
Thank you for your answer, Ms. Reeza. My question is, in your opinion, what is the most interesting thing being in a PR department?
Talking to people and being random, because being in PR, you just have to be very agile. Agile means, you know, agile is fast. You cannot be rigid. For example, For example, just like this interview, you don't have to follow whatever question that you have written, because being agile means you have to be aware with the situation. So like macam, oh, is this guy have talked about it? Okay, no. Okay, let me change it. Maybe I ask. I don't have to follow 100% whatever I wrote in the interview. Something like that, you know, because like I said, when we talk about when we talk with the government, when we talk with the visitors, when we talk with the people, sometimes we already have the talking points, but it's not uncommon to it's very common for me to be very random. Whatever I wrote 10, probably I only use one, and then the rest of the 9 I have to think at that moment, at that exact point. So I think that is the ability that we as the new young comers need to possess, because if we are being rigid, it's not valuable to the company. So you guys have to be very random, be very agile when ask question, when being in a market. So sometimes we have prepared 10, probably the 10 will be tossed away because the new things come. For example, I have planned already all the stakeholders management plan in the earlier, and then suddenly COVID-19 came. We have tossed it down, everything. We have to plan a new stuff. We have to plan new engagement. The way that we do stuff is different now, with the online and all, and we have to plan how people going to react with it, how people going to accept it. All those have to be have to be taught in a matter of like 1 or 2 days, you know. So it was like I said, I think what I learned is about being random and all, but I think that is also my quality that I have, which I highly encourage you to learn about it, how to be random or how to be agile. Sometimes by knowing that whatever your plan is probably not working, you just have to come up with new stuff, and it must be as good as what your plan was, or probably better. So that's it. So just feel like macam oh okay, it doesn't work kan apa, it never ever become the being random is something being embedded in our life. So macam you can be as simple as macam you have planned, okay, we have planned tonight we're gonna go out, and then tiba-tiba someone tak jadi. It's okay, it's okay, no one cares. You just create your own moment, go out with someone else and then make it happen kan. Or oh tak boleh keluar, it's okay, I eat it by myself and then I make it happen, I enjoy it just by myself, because the important one is just to make ourselves happy. That's the main objective. Just like in PR, our objective is what? To meet them, to resolve the issue by whatever means. We have to do it. Bila pagi, petang, siang, malam, apa guna email ke, kena jumpa ke, kena travel ke, tak jadi travel ke, kena guna online ke, kita kena provide with different pack ke, we just have to do it, you know. So do not ever feel sad or do not ever feel rigid from now on. This is just from my 2 cents, so that you guys would know that the career world is totally different things. Whatever your plan is probably not working, and I just have to come up with new stuff at that exact moment. So yeah, that's what I did.
Thank you for your response, Mr. Reeza. So, is there in an event, is there any networks that you collaborate with?
Oh yeah, it depends on the kind of event. For example, the COVID-19, we collaborated with HHC department, HRM department, human resource, and depends on the visit as well. So if the visit is about the plant visit, obviously you're gonna involve the production team, right? Because that is their place. So you're gonna invite them to and then you're gonna prepare them so that they are ready, they are prepared to talk about their plan and all, you know. So that's kind of collaboration. Sometimes when you have a bigger event, beyond your company. So you might need to collaborate with other companies as well. So that's common. Whenever you work, you have to widen your networking. So you already have like macam, oh, the PR at that company siapa, PR at that company siapa, the PR yang jaga the government tu siapa. So those are the network that you have to find, and that's how you collaborate. The culture of collaboration is very important nowadays. You know, people are not working in silos or working alone anymore. And people, there are so many platforms that encourage people to share their knowledge, to share transparent conversation. We collaboration is important. So if you guys cannot collaborate, you cannot even work in any sector. Probably some sectors that don't require you to collaborate lah. Probably, I don't know, melukis ke, mewarna ke, even mewarna melukis pun sekarang you have to collaborate with so many agencies, right? Because you cannot afford to have your own event. You have to collaborate in under like one umbrella. So I think cultural collaboration is important, and you guys have to learn about it. Macam among you guys have to see whoever contribute, and not only contribute in the group in a sense that macam, oh, dia contribute, aku tak contribute. It's about siapa yang willingly, openly, yang start, initiate the conversation, initiate the collaboration. So that is something that we are looking for in cultural collaboration. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, now my turn to ask you. Okay, tell me about the project you worked on that you are especially proud of.
Proud of what? Sorry?
A project that you worked on that you are very proud of.
Oh, I think the latest one about the COVID-19, because I think the COVID-19 was
Rare.
Oh no.
very sudden. However, when can you like accept people, we don't want to. In our company about COVID-19 communication. So I think that's a project that I'm very proud of. We produce videos about, and not only like a simple video, a very impactful video that also was featured in Petronas official social media. We were cascading about, you know, like, hey, hi everyone, it's okay, you know, just to boost their spirit, because during COVID-19, only the shift operation are working in the plant. Everyone else working at home. So we need to propagate the idea that everything is okay, and working from home is also considered as essential and important. You know, all the contributions are highly appreciated and all. So all the narration of the video and also the cascading of information. Every time government posts something, so we need to publish the information as well to the workers. You know, so we created a guideline, a booklet guideline, and in fact that was the first ever guideline that we created compared to other Petronas companies. So other Petronas companies just receive and then they hantar email macam tu. But us, we were the first one. We combine it in one booklet so that people can refer it at one place. And what else during the COVID-19? So yeah, the COVID-19 was very hectic. I was working almost 24 hours. We were doing the video until late night, until like 4 to 5 a.m. and we have to work remotely. I think one quality I also have is editing the video and editing the poster. That's when I learned even when I was in school. So before you graduate, I think you should also learn about creating video and creating posters, because that is very essential. Wherever you work, you want to promote yourself. Kenapa kan? Like me, honestly, if I were to find an intern, if you don't have any skill in producing video or producing poster, I will not choose it. No matter how many four flat they have, I don't care. I just want to know whether you are creative, whether you can produce a good video. Okay, for us, their sample video to see whether the videos are macam video TikTok ke, ataupun video like a very impactful video. Even from video TikTok also we can see whether they are creative or not. So I think that is a challenge for us, the new people. Macam I studied engineering, kenapa I kena tahu pasal video? I never thought of my skill set at the end of the day will benefit me one day. So when I was studying in college last time, so I studied how to do the video and all because I was involved in the event. So I don't want to ask anyone else. I want to study by myself. I learned it through YouTube and all. So I produced one video to another, and then sampai dah macam probably dah 10 video dah. I use Sony Vegas Pro, I use Adobe After Effects, slowly, and thankfully I can use it when working right now. So that is a very valuable aspect of working, whatever field that you are doing right now. So video, poster, being creative, which is being studied at the moment. People like it because everything changes. And I think one of the other qualities that people right now really want to is your ability to learn data analytics. So have you heard about Microsoft Power BI?
No.
No. So Microsoft Power BI, the analytics tool by Microsoft, people, or as simple as Excel. So if you guys are good in Excel, doing the VBA and all, please continue doing that and put that in the resume. Okay. Kalau by the way, if you guys know how to use PowerPoint, I slap you, because like we expect you to know about Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, but something that people want to see, like, oh, Adobe Premiere Pro, oh, okay, interesting, Adobe After Effects, Microsoft Excel VBA, something like that. So like, okay, because our mothers and fathers, they don't have to do this, If they are studying accounting, they just study accounting and then become an accountant, senang je. They study masuk study English and then jadi cikgu, senang je. But our time is very different, it's very challenging. So we all have to have a different quality just to survive in this career world. Hope it answers.
Okay, Mr. Reeza, I want to ask you, what is your strategy to keep you current in this PR industry?
My strategy? Sorry, to keep me what?
What do you do to keep you current in this PR industry?
Current?
Or do you have any plan to jump into other industry?
Wait, to keep me current? What is that?
Okay, so I repeat again.
To keep me current? C-U-R-R-E-N-T ke?
Yes.
Why to keep me current? To keep me updated ke maksudnya?
No, to keep you stay in PR industry.
Why? Okay. Let me rephrase the question. So it shouldn't be about being current in one place. You should not ever think about that.
Why?
In this real world, we should be agile. We should have the ability to jump from one place to another. So you should not think that macam I will forever work in PR industry. Never think about that. Some people work in PR industry. Some people suddenly dia macam after 5 years dia pergi ke hospitality, and then from 5 years dia pergi ke after that dia pergi ke human resources. After 5 years probably they can go to business and whatever. So do not ever think about being at one place forever of your life. Macam from my humble opinion, we are not our parents' generation, kan? Macam kita engineer and then for the rest of their life is being engineer. No, not even happening in Petronas. If you're an engineer and probably after like what 10 years and all, suddenly you think that, you know what, I don't like to be an engineer for the rotary. Can I be a planner? Yes. Or after 5 years or after 10 years, suddenly, can I be an PR? Yes. Do not. Tapi cuma macam when I say about jumping from one place to another, we also have to acknowledge that certain job requires certain skills. So for example, I cannot lah macam from right now PR suddenly I become a finance. Obviously I cannot lah. You have to learn about finance and all. You have to have some certification and all. So however, there are several jobs, there are several fields that you guys can just jump from one place to another. From my opinion, do not ever think about being current or being stayed at one place for the rest of your life. Okay, do not do that. You're gonna be so bored. Come on, even like being what? Like I'm not undermining anyone, and like I'm not undermining any career. But imagine yourself being a teacher for the rest of your life. Being a bank accountant for the rest of your life. So like it should be like the correct question is how do you grow your career? So growing your career is something that we are looking for right now. Okay, macam being cikgu lah. So macam probably like in 10 years you can be a cikgu. But have you thought about being a headmaster? Have you thought about being a nazir sekolah? Have you thought about jumping to probably jabatan pendidikan negeri pula ke? Macam not only for cikgu but for administration. How about, don't you want to be a YB one day? Like ahli politician ke? So those are what we call growing career growth. So janganlah stay macam no one wants to stay in PR industry for the rest of their life. And no one wants to stay in any industry for the rest of their life, from my opinion. Okay, but obviously if you guys are very passionate about your career, you want to kerja sampai mati kat situ ke, I mean by all means go for it. But if you guys do not feel good about one position, it's okay. But in order to do that, of course you have to have a different you have to prove to others that you are capable to do whatever you're doing outside of your comfort zone. Kan? Macam buat kerja PR je. Itu juga tahu. So macam people pun macam nak bagi benda lain kan. Maybe lah macam probably macam ada position kosong dekat tempat lain ke, probably human resources ataupun ada kosong dekat business planning probably kan. So macam people pun macam tapi dia ni cuma pandai gebang je. Kan? That's what people associate PR with lah, gebang je. People pandai cakap je tapi kerja ni tak pandai sangat, tapi macam develop different skills along the way, even when you are working in a position. So just learn about something else and then like build your network, you know. And even the PR industry pun macam like me, if I stay in my engineering industry for the rest of my life, it's probably going to be bleak because people are moving away from fossil fuels. People are going to clean energy, to solar energy, to wind energy, to hydrogen energy, to hybrid, to biofuel and all. So do not ever stay at one place for the rest of your life. Thank you.
Okay, clear.
Thank you, Ms. Reeza. What a very, I think, nasihat yang sangat membina for all of us, maybe for our future in our career one day. So, Ms. Reeza, you have mentioned before about being agile and rigid in question or whatever we do in our job. So I would like to know how writing is very important in your career as a PR practitioner.
How what? Sorry?
How writing is important in your career. Yeah.
Very. I think writing skills are very important, just like I mentioned, as important as when I talk about the ability to create poster or ability to create video. Writing skill put you a different level, especially in PR lah, obviously. So right now, I think that is also another reason why they put me in PR, because I wasn't working in PR, but my writing skill is okay. I mean, my English is okay because people thought that by studying in United States, it makes you suddenly know English better than anyone else. So even though my English is very bad. I need to improve it from time to time because people always refer to me about the grammar, about the syntax and all the vocabulary. So I just need to improve it. I read a lot. I read a lot. I read a lot. I write a lot. So like the thing is, I don't even like to write. I am very good in writing in Malay. Like macam my Malay essay during my SPM, like I am the best. Like I've never gotten anything else other than A plus for writing in Malay, but not in English. My writing in English is very bad. Like macam even to get A, it is a struggle for me. I remember that during my form 5, I was struggling to learn about like the singular and plural. She put, she puts, they put, we eat, they ate, they have eaten. So those stuff. I was learning in form 5. Come on. So I push myself to read a lot, to study a lot, and to write a lot. So I think when I was in college in University of Tulsa last time, so I experienced a little bit, a unique experience, I would say. So I put it down in terms of writing, and someone pick it up because people think that my writing is, I have a good writing skill. So Esra Awani put my writing in their website. I think you can search, if you search Esra Awani and just search Reeza Redzuan, you can read my articles. I think I wrote about 3 to 4 articles, but it was in Malay though.
Okay.
So that was my experience in United States. However, when I came into this company, and obviously the communication mean is English. So I think that is also an advantage for you all because you are learning English. People use English very much in corporate world compared to if you are learning Malay. So when I was doing my job, people like macam because they thought that I'm from United States or whatever shit. So they just like, Reeza, can you like proofread my writing? Proofread my writing. So it becomes like from one reading, from one simple writing to a very important writing, as important as, like for example, the speech for MDCEO. I was the one who proofread it. And so that's why the random skills appear. So when you are given something, you prove that you can do it good or great, not only like okay. So when when I was correcting the writing, so it's not just simply as macam okay, betulkan grammar je. So I changed the sentence to become so I proposed, can we change this sentence from to a different impactful one, because I don't see the impact by reading this part of sentence, even though I think this is very important because this is the information that you want to nudge on or to stress on, right? So that's when they see that Reeza is, whenever you ask him, he's not only just macam betulkan dan hantar macam tu, betul macam tu je. He is doing it seriously because he is also proposing a new writing, whatever. So and then last year the MDCO macam just macam contact me personally, Reeza, can you write me a speech for Hari Raya to the staff? I want to talk about this, and I created it, and then people like, and if he likes it, he just changed a bit, So that's when people are, that's when I became popular for writing. So right now it's official. Previously it wasn't like this. So like right now it's official. I was the what they call it, the penulis for MDCO. Even when he want to talk to outside of the company, he will refer to me first. Reeza, please prepare me, blah, blah, blah. Please prepare me, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
So I think writing skills is very important. That's what sets you apart with anyone else. Especially use that advantage because you're learning English, and people has expectation towards you. Compared to someone else who study, I don't know, finance or engineering, because they don't have the creative mindset. So you guys have to start writing. I mean, it depends on the career. Like from my opinion, writing about fiction is macam is useless unless you are moving towards being a writer. So try to write something non-fiction. Try to write something about opinion. What is your opinion about this upcoming budget 2021, for example? What is your opinion about the presidency of Biden over Trump? Why does Trump does not concede? Why the progressive movement won in the United States? Why the racism is still happening in Malaysia? Does racism still happen? Does racism still exist even though after more than 5 to 6 decades of independence? You know, those stuff are challenging your idea. People want to see your critical idea, the ability of you producing an opinion, and the ability of you to criticize something, and the ability of you to excite to boost the spirit, so when people read, people can see the impact.
Yeah.
So I think that is a very important skill that you need to possess, okay, especially by having a major in English. So people expect that. Trust me, if you guys do not know, I mean, you guys, everyone can write. Come on, everyone pass their exam especially in Ketunaskan. No one is, we say no one is stupid, even though I say some stupid people in the company lah. Tapi macam no one is stupid because everyone has to pass certain requirements in order for them to be accepted to work in Petronas. But what sets you apart is like when I said the writing skills. Not everyone can write with an impact. So from now on, try to read a very critical macam apa writing. Stop lah baca apa tu sangkaya, keli, setiakap keli, or whatever. I don't know. I mean, okay lah, just for your hiburan apa ke. Tapi macam like me, you know, my entertainment was The Onion. Do you know The Onion is? Tahu? Suka tak?
No, not really.
Whoever doesn't know about Onion, please go to The Onion. Just search the Onion. So I follow their Twitter and I read the news because it is a satirical news, but the language that they use, you know, the way that they criticize, you know, I like it. And I think that's how I improve my writing skills as well. When you can write satire, that's when you are in a different level of intelligence. Because if you are just writing about a report, even like my report, you know, people likes my report because I don't write my report. It's like on the finding day of November, so people come 100 people. Next, you know, like macam darjah 1 punya karangan, macam hari bomba di sekolah, hari kantin di sekolah. But people do that in the career world. So what I did was differently. I did it exactly just like news. So when people read, even like macam masa tu kan, tapi kesian lah because from my opinion it's just a normal because we are young, we are exposed to this kind of writing, right? But those people who are macam boomers and all, even like macam when I wrote like macam Kerti, tolak, macam ala news, people like macam, oh, this is a different style. Okay, noted. So they read it. It is exactly just like newspaper, and then like in the writing, I also provide an opinion. You know, it's just not simply a reporting about how the people. So I provide some insights, why it happened and all. Not so much, you know, just like knuckle. And then I put some apa tu nama dia, macam quotes from some people who attended the event kan macam, and then the quotes also is not really like macam, oh, I like this event, macam like macam so like the quote is something that is insightful for the event, so people can okay. So like I read a lot, I try to replicate ability to copy people or to replicate people is not wrong. In fact, it's very important. You know, so like the way I improve my job is by learning from others. So I read from others and I try to copy the structure and all, and then I change it in my own way. So that's how we improve, rather than macam kita tak tengok orang and kita buat je cara kita sampai bila-bila, and people don't sampai situ lah kita punya, kita tak tengok orang pun, kita tak replicate orang pun. Replication in career work is very important. Kita belajar dari orang, kita belajar how other industries are doing it, how other industries are improving their work style and all. So replication or learning about best practices from others are very important. So that's what I can say. I love right now. I don't hate writing lah, but sometimes I need to write and I'll do it. I'll my best. Right now I cannot do as fast as I could. I wish I can, you know, like when macam CEO ke macam Reeza write me something, I want it by the end of the day. Macam, I wish I can do that, but I don't. Writing requires a lot of energy. I sometimes write, I take 2 days or 3 days. Because I mean, come on, we also have something else to do, right? So macam I always write when I was alone, and when I'm alone at night, when you know like all the juice coming in, you know, so write, and like macam even tengah tu tiba-tiba you padam balik because it doesn't look good, and then you are thinking about this thing comes from the perspective of MD CEO, or comes from the perspective of very important people. You want people to get the buy-in. You want people to like it, you know, so that is a very there is very pressure. You have to do the best, and also not only that, the pressure is coming from him as well, because he always comment whatever you write after that. Is either okay or not. If he likes it, he will say it, he likes it. If you know that he doesn't like it, okay, thank you. So that's all. I mean, he will not say he will not like it lah. So macam nanti kerja kita pun macam tu juga lah. Kalau macam kalau if you write something kan for the news ke, for whatever ke, I think all career, kalau macam especially in corporate world, requires writing. Because you need to write e-report, you need to write a presentation pack and all. So like the grammar, as simple as grammar, as simple as impactful vocabulary, agility, tiba-tiba macam apa, being agile in the new horizon, gitu kan. Tapi you know, those kind of stuff you need to read in order for you to get the gist kan. So that sets you apart from someone else, and I would say it is very important.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Reeza. As you mentioned that writing is very important, right, for us as practitioners to have those writing skills. So can I know how can we make an interesting title for the article so that when people see our article, our title, so they feel they want to read that. What makes it interesting?
What makes it interesting is when the writing has gist, when the writing has content. So when people read, even though it's short as like 3 paragraphs, but people can get it and people learn about it. So I think that's what makes people want to read more and more from you, because at the end of the day, people know that it's coming from you. Macam right now, even though people, even though for example the email comes from MCO, right? People know that it's Reeza. The way that you use, you must have your own identity. You know the syntax. People right now associate me with being spontaneous, and because the way I talk and all, and so sometimes the way I write also seems like I'm talking. Sometimes, you know, people say that when reading my article, it's like they can hear me talking. So I think you need to develop that. It's not like in 1 month or even in 1 year it comes naturally to you. You just have to push yourself. You just have to have some passion in writing. So that's what I said. Some people can write pun macam sebenarnya I don't have to spend 2 or 3 days pun to write kan, sampai tak ada malam apa ke kan. People can just write 2 hours, 3 hours dan okay, that's all. Tapi there's no gist lah, there's no power, there's no impact. And in order for you to have an impact or not, you just have to read it 100 times probably, And then do you feel something or not? And in order for you to have that ability is by reading a lot. So that's why you have to pick and choose what you want, what you have to read in your career right now. Sekarang ni belajar okay lah, nak happy kan. Macam right now, I mean I'm not saying that you have to read National Geographic punya magazine. No, you just need to read a column. You just need to read a piece of opinion from someone. I think some of the good and influential people I would suggest is AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She is very like macam even her Insta story is very like for my opinion is very inspiring when she talks about against poverty, against billionaires, all the talking. She's so good, and she put it in just Insta story. But why it is so impactful? So it means that it's not about how many words that we put, it's what we are saying. So macam that's why like macam that's how I learn lah. So macam Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Bernie Sanders, I read Michelle Obama ke kan. Read those people. Janganlah follow siapa tu yang merepek-merepek tu, Papa Gomo lah, apalah, janganlah. So macam you read something yang I mean, my suggestion is read some beyond our comfort zone, which is our international news semua tu kan, macam Jacinda Ardern, read about the struggle, read about the fights, even though probably you guys are not supporting it, tapi macam understand the perspective, because when you are in corporate world later, you probably doesn't even support the agenda. Macam for example kan, tiba-tiba macam konolah sekarang ni, the transformation agenda, transformation journey, tapi sebenarnya is just another word that we want to cut down people to jump. Tapi but you have to, in order for you to write it, you have to you have to be okay with it. Sometimes we don't have to like it, but the writing to need some talent, need some polishment. So that's why you have to read from people lah. So sometimes you read from people that you don't believe in. Tapi macam to be fair, I also live in cocoon, live in bubble. I don't read from conservative media. I don't read from Breitbart. I don't read from the Donald Trump Jr. I don't read from David Duke, the Ku Klux Klan head or whatever. So I'm very selective in what I read, because I have like only certain brain I can process. So I only read what I like. So sometimes it makes me live in bubble, but thank God my bubble is something that we are going on right now. For example, my bubble is about sustainability. It's about progressiveness. It's about liberal idea. It's about pushing towards equality and also pushing towards social justice. So I think even though I live in bubble, but I think I am in the right bubble nowadays. You don't want to read about why we need Malay supremacy in Malaysia. Why we still need Malay supremacy? I mean, you can, but nanti your idea would only subject to that lah. Try to read about why after 60 years of independence why we still need why we still need Malay quota in order. Does it help? Does it really help Malays? And also try to challenge the perspective, challenge the opinion. Why women has to be to have the same access and same opportunity with men. So by having that idea, so macam right now, it's nice if people ask you, you have like macam idea macam tu. So that's when it really helps when you are writing. So for example, when they are so macam contoh lah, macam right now tiba je MCO Reeza write me something for Deepavali. So Deepavali is about what? You know nothing about. So like macam, okay, Deepavali is about light. So light is about hope. So let's find some hopeful story. Right now, what is the current news? The Pfizer, the vaccine, that is equal to hope, probably. So those are blah 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 macam yang you can get. And I said, it's not naturally come like macam no one. I think from my opinion, not even J.K. Rowling, no one born with talent macam satu hari bangun dia macam impactful. No, you have to develop that, and in order for you to develop that is to read more and try to read from the people that inspire you, because when you are adulting right now, you have no time to do everything. Macam I even want to watch Emily in Paris. Until now I haven't watched it. Okay, try to open up. I understand that all those what I'm saying is very privileged. Some people macam don't know pun siapa tu AOC. I think because I was studying in United States, so that's why I'm very prone to the idea of, you know, progressiveness, anti-racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, you know, so that's why I'm very into that topic. So that's what distinguished me. I remember when the first time I attended the event in company, masa tu diorang jemput masa tu dari ada event pasal Gaza tau, the apa, Israel and Gaza, whatever, macam tu lah. So, and you know, I want to challenge myself because during that time I want people to know me, but at the same time I also want to ask this question just to gauge how people would react. So my question was, I asked them, so like macam why we are equating helping Palestinian with religion. If Palestinians are not Muslim, would we have the same sentiment right now to fight for their rights and to fight for their freedom? If they are probably Buddhist or probably they are Jews, kan, yang Israel tu adalah Muslim, dia yang apa, menakluki tanah Palestin tu, would we have the same sentiment or we have the same reaction? Masa tu, tapi masa tu juri tu macam tengah sikit lah, kan nak jawab, because macam the whole talk is about Islam, it's about tanah suci Islam lah apa kan. It's not really about the freedom of Palestinian. It's about the illegal settlement, the violation of human rights, the violation of UN accord and all, you know. So it's all about the religion. So macam we are supporting people blindly because of our religion. So try to have the critical idea to challenge that, and by having that you know, bravery to challenge idea, I think it would be helpful in your writing as well. So when we write something, we will challenge the writing. Why we are writing about turtle? Kenapa kena tulis pasal conservation turtle? So that's when the idea is branched out. Why we need to write for apa? Why we need to wish for Deepavali? No one cares pun pasal Deepavali. No? So that when you are challenging yourself, so that's when you have a stronger idea on your position. Hope it helps lah. Sorry lah, I banyak kritik.
No, it's okay.
No, it's really helpful and informative.
Okay.
So who's Alia?
Okay,
Last or two question, please.
I believe that current events are really important to keep up to, right? As you mentioned before. So, in terms of COVID-19, since before we're COVID-19, I'm sure that the PR industry is a bit different from right now. So how do you adapt to the change?
I change, make full than ever by making PR more important than ever. So like I said, last year or last 2 years, people only associate PR by having a visitor, that's all. They don't do anything else. But this year, I proved to the company, I proved to people that without me in PR, as PR exec, probably we don't have this. So the way that I adapt was, I was the one who coined the idea of doing the event through live. For example, during that time, people are so macam alamak, kita nak buat stuff macam ni, tapi macam mana ni, kena cancel semua ni. So I was the one who convinced them, no, we can do it online. So we find the platform. I learned it by myself. I remember during that time, we have never had Microsoft Teams live event, so I learned it by myself. I tried to find whoever can do this shit, who I need to contact with and all. So the way I adapt is by making myself relevant, more relevant as ever. So that's what I said. So macam some people can just as simply as macam macam probably kan dapat information from government ke apa ke, and then hantar email. Okay, so macam okay rasau kuning. Itu je. So macam there's no gist, there's no content, there's no something, you know, like macam. So what I did was during last time, I highlight diorang punya perasaan. So I wrote about humans of COVID-19. Humans of MCO. Humans of MCO during that time. I published about 8 articles, and I think it would be. I think it was impactful because people are so into it. People are looking forward to read my stories more than ever. I can share to Alia later, and Alia can share it to other people. You know, so like. My story is not just as simply as a story. There is a story behind it, behind the scene. That's what people want. That's what people want to read. That's what people want to see, how other people are struggling, and then they would compare with themselves. Oh my God, macam ada satu kisah tu kan. Dia simple je, macam dia ada lelaki, ada anak apa semua, tapi macam how she is struggling. You know, juggling with two children, and then her husband macam kerja dekat plant sorang-sorang macam tu kan. Dia tak dapat jumpa. Usually dia dapat 2 minggu, tapi right now the whole month cannot jumpa. You know, so those are the stories that people macam tak tahu pun, tapi macam oh damn, it happened to our friends. I also highlight some stories of people going to the quarantine center. Some people do not know, like our friends also went to the quarantine center. You know how they felt, the loneliness, and whoever reached them. So that's how I adapt. I always make myself more relevant than ever, and to be honest, it's not only in PR industry. Even if right now I am in different industry, in HR for example, I will make myself more relevant than ever. If I am a teacher, I will make myself more relevant than ever. I'll make sure, you know, like to give a different platform to the students and all. But obviously, sometimes we cannot gauge. Sometimes we cannot. We have to expect that whatever we are doing, sometimes different from what we expected. Macam ni lah, macam contoh, macam probably I write, and then tiba-tiba sebenarnya kita tak kisah pun contoh kan. So that's when the agility comes in. The ability for you to change accordingly. So macam when you have written, for example, like 3 articles, like contoh the story, tapi people sebenarnya tak baca pun, people tak kisah pun, don't give a fuck pun. And then that's when you have to ask people, okay, sebenarnya diorang nak apa? Oh, probably diorang nak video, diorang tak nak baca, diorang penat. Oh, okay, I'll start doing the video. You do the video, for example kan. And then the video kan macam orang pun macam tak tengok ke, tak minat ke apa ke kan, tak dapat impact ke. Sebab apa kan? So you need to ask, oh, ni last video tu video macam video drama TV3 dah. Kenapa aku tak feature orang yang bekerja tu? So those are the questions that you have to always ask yourself. Okay, be agile. It's okay to change, even in the session, in the middle of the macam contoh macam I was doing an event during the live, so we have planned out this, planned out that kan. So macam in the middle tu kita perasan orang tiba-tiba macam bosan ke, tak belah ke apa ke. So you need to macam okay, we have to change something. Game ke, I don't know. So yeah, it has to come in. Or if you cannot change it at the moment pun, you have to remember that you have to change it the next time you're doing it. You know? So it's not really macam, it's not really, I don't even do my postmortem ke, buat meeting ke macam government sangat kan. Okay, meeting jom fikir apa, kenapa kita kena improve ke. No. You know where you are doing wrong. Okay? Ask people's opinion ke apa ke kan. Do it in the right manner, do it with your personal view kan, jangan skema sangat. So I guess it will help lah. So that's how I adapt myself with the COVID-19 thingy. I try to prove people that my position, my career is very relevant. And for information, that's why next year, just to give you some overview lah, next year they are separating it. So right now, what I'm doing is knowledge management and public relations. So it's pretty heavy, but I did it very well. next year they are separating that position. Knowledge management is different, PR is different. So next year, even they would put me, because they say that okay, what I'm doing is good, so they want to put me in different area. So but my impact is to the company. Yes, the position for PR is right now only one specific people handling PR. So it's actually a pressure to the newcomers. They have to make sure that their job is as relevant as what I'm doing right now. Itu je lah. So some pada muka lah. I mean, that's the challenge that I put. Every time I go, I always have to make myself relevant, and people would see, and my successor would hate me so much. And then people like, macam, iya bencinya, macam aku kena buat macam tu juga ke, aku kena belajar macam ni ke. I mean, I'm sorry, tapi macam that's how I adapt myself. Okay, last.
So, like you have mentioned before, in PR, you manage the crisis well. So, apart from limit the common question, what else did you do to tackle the crisis?
Okay, tackle the crisis. It's about communication, solidifying the communication to ensure that our communication is always streamlined with the management and is according to what's true. So my crisis last time, I think thank God lah, Alhamdulillah, this year we don't have any like macam fire ke, we don't have any major incident. So that would be good. I mean, if there is any, it would test my skill in handling the crisis. But this year, thank God, we don't have any like big crisis. However, we do have like grievance from this government authority. So the government authority macam masa tu tiba-tiba complain. It became so big. So I need to handle that, and I need to handle that very delicately. So yeah, so that's how like the way I did was I consulted with the person in charge. You know, we created a team, and then we make sure everything is according to in order, and then you also have to put yourself in the position of the person who complained or to the grievance. Kan, macam if you are being that person, what do you want from the company? So when you put yourself in that shoes, you know, oh, okay, so which means that I need to visit them. So we do, you know, we do some engagement. We explain to them about that we are very serious in managing this issue, this grievance. So we will do it accordingly. We also lay out the plan ke macam nak bagi kalau okay konon kita dah buat ni, dah baiki sekian ni, bla 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 apa semua tu kan. So I guess that's what we did, and alhamdulillah right now the issue was closed. And not only closed macam tu je, we also receive a very satisfied feedback from the complainant. So the complaint tu macam okay, we are very satisfied with the way you handle the issue. So that's what we want. Sometimes crisis comes. Sometimes we don't expect it. Yelah macam bukannya kau yang harapkan esok nak bakar lah company kau ni macam tu kan. And then macam no one wants that. Tapi sometimes it happens. Shit happens. So the way that we do differently is how we manage it accordingly. So macam sama ada kita biarkan ke, sama ada kita turun padam ke, sama ada kita kecoh gemuk. Oh my god, terbakar. I don't know how you manage it. So it depends on, there's no macam kamus tau, macam pertama you have to be careful. Macam pertama you have to be calm ke. So macam it's all about handling people, handling the staff, and also handling the public punya perception too. So I guess the way I'm doing right now is I just put myself in anyone's shoes, and also and ask myself, okay, what would I want from the PR person too, or what I want from the company, because sometimes like I always put myself as a company punya perspective tau, because people don't care pun kau tu PR ke, kau tu management ke. They want to see from the company you are resembling the company, you are representing what company does, and apa tak buat the do's and don'ts lah. So macam especially me being the mata dan telinga for the management, right? Because I need to make sure my philosophy is biarlah orang benci aku, tapi orang tak benci my management. That is my job, literally. So that is something that I need to do lah. So whatever I do, I will always make sure that diorang yang ke depan. Diorang yang I provide them all the info ke apa ke kan. So that's why lah, contoh macam apa, macam anything good je semua datang daripada the management, the MDCO tau. So macam orang akan anggap macam oh MDCO aku ni seorang yang caring, MDCO aku ni seorang yang sangat penyayang, padahal tak pun. Semua tu benda tu coming from me, coming from I was the one who advised, who provide him all the data. I was the one who macam apa, macam give him the agenda, give him the strategy and all. So he just need to implement it, or he just need to wait. Tapi that's what happening in the corporate or even the government pun. Macam kau fikir menteri-menteri tu cakap seorang, dia tak tahu bodoh menteri tu semua tu. Tapi the person work behind it. DJ Hisham, he's not working alone. The person behind DJ Hisham yang provide all. Ni, cakap ni, cakap ni, cakap ni. So sebenarnya, from my opinion, my position is so much important than the MDCO himself. Because I was the one who actually macam direct the decision. Should we portray MDCO as someone caring right now? Oh no, jangan caring sangat, because right now kita tengah nak cut orang. Contoh, I don't know something. So we have to put that we are empathized with their suffering or whatever. So that is the agenda. So that's when you plan and then macam ni. Okay, so and then you put cik MCO ke apa ke yang bercakap ke apa ke. Tapi all those preparations come from me. So I guess during crisis it's also the same. Sometimes kerja kita semua behind the scene je, tapi that's okay, because at the end of the day is the bigger objective. We want people to be calm, we want people to be happy, we want the public to be happy with us. As long as the issue is solved, that's fine. That's it. It's not about you. However, trust me, even though you work behind the scene, people know that's you. So that is the power, tau. I mean not everyone lah, tapi macam the important people who make the decision knows that it's coming from you. So the management knows that it's coming from you, because you are the one who do it. You are the one who plans it. You are the one who brief them. Okay, panggil, okay, this is the I even I remember during the visit, I prepared a very comprehensive pack talking about the event, talking about whoever are visiting our plant. Macam contoh ada satu tu, ketua Siti PDNFCT. I even wrote dia tu suka makan apa, what kind of topic that he needs to discuss, what is the do's and don'ts. I even put masa tu, jangan talk about GST because he against it. Jangan talk about he loves cat. You know, as simple as that. He loves cat. How I know? I search lah, I stop lah. That is my job lah. I tengok Facebook dia ke, tengok Facebook anak dia ke, tengok muka dia macam mana. Oh, rumah dia ada 7 kucing. I mean takkanlah kau ada 7 kucing kan. So macam that's when I that is the behind the scene punya kerja. Tahu. Tapi macam the management really likes it. Macam oh, he is prepared with everything, so he knows. Okay, jangan cakap pasal benda ni. Cakap pasal benda ni. Oh, okay. And then macam during the event pun I even dah map out awal. Siapa duduk dekat sini, siapa duduk kat sini, siapa duduk kat sini, siapa duduk kat sini. So he knows. I even put the name tag for the manager too, so people would know. Macam because our position is to make the management is good kan. Macam I remember macam masa nak naik tu, cik sebelum dia masuk dekat meeting room tu, I will visit to my CEO. Nama dia sekian, nama dia Hamidah. Okay, sebab tiba-tiba je dia macam, oh Puan Hamidah, macam tu. Padahal dia baru dengar literally like 5 seconds for me. Kan? Tapi if we are not there, siapa? I mean probably dia tak tahu pun. Kan, dia tak tahu nama. Dia just cakap, oh Puan, apa khabar? So the conversation is not meaningful enough. It's not impactful enough tau. So your little job ni would make a difference to the person yang involved tu. So macam my MDCO really appreciate my presence, because he knows that I would advise him what to talk, what to not talk, who the fuck the person who talking to kan. So macam he knows. Macam I even kadang-kadang macam bisik dekat dia. Dia tak kahwin lagi, jangan panggil, jangan sebut pasal lelaki. Contoh macam tu. So he will talk about something else lah. Macam tu. You know, as simple as that. So that's how I averted the crisis from becoming, because my position not only handling crisis, is preventing crisis from happening.
Mr. Reza, as you have mentioned, crisis is always unexpected. And of course, crisis will attract many media attention, right? So there will be positive media attention and sometimes negative media attention. Can you please describe a time where you had to manage negative media attention?
So far, no. Thankfully, because I think because of my position is handling the Petronas Penapisan Terengganu only. So media usually don't go to me directly. They will go to the corporate corporate person. So ada position like macam I ni, dia jaga media je. Dekat Petronas sana. So macam itulah, that's why I say macam it's very hard for me to say that macam I will never ever think at one place for the rest of your life. Macam right now ni I'm handling macam-macam. Tapi maybe it's only limited to Petronas Penapisan Terengganu. Probably when I grow my career, probably I handle a bigger thing. I handle media ke, probably I handle betul-betul crisis ke, kan? So macam I probably handle the jumpa Perdana Menteri, jumpa Sultan, jumpa Menteri Besar ke, because ada position tu, kerja dia melawat je, itu je kerja dia. Planning orang tak lawat, buat report tak lawat, itu je kerja dia. Tahu? Ada juga kerja yang macam kalau macam kerja dia buat CSR je. Pergi sana sini, rancang CSR lah, jumpa orang, kerja dia itu je, you know. So the industry are big. Even kalau macam I hate to work in this industry pun, I can banyak lagi benda lain I can branch out. So I'm very sad I cannot tell I cannot share how I manage the media. Mostly the media are very good to me, because kita orang hanya sebarkan benda-benda yang baik lah. Contoh macam, have you heard about geng plastik hijau?
No.
Kan Alia tahulah, tapi if you guys don't, probably you all can buka Facebook and search geng plastik hijau. Hijau means hijau. The slang for Terengganu kan hijau. So actually the person who are behind the group are actually from Petronas Penapisan Terengganu. So my job was to promote the group, to make it more visible. So I promote it to the journalists. I put it in the in whatever lah macam tu. So macam I think people like it. So no bad media, only good media so far. Okay, last.
So Mr. Reeza, there must be you will be using technology in your career. So does technology affect your career, and how, in what way does it affect your career?
Obviously, technology affects all careers right now. So macam pelik sangat kalau cakap even kerja food panda tu pun ada guna teknologi, kan? So it's weird if I say that I'm not impacting the technology lah. But of course it's based on what you are doing lah. For example, like me, probably the technology is more like handling the social media. Kawan-kawan how they are macam raising the issue Petronas ke. So that is my job lah. Kadang-kadang kita tengok kan, siapa kawan aku kat social media, siapa boleh terbaca kau punya komen apa semua, contoh kan. So macam tengok how they are portraying the company ke. So that is actually the technology that I use. I think I don't use macam the data analytics punya teknologi sangat lah, robotik apa ke, AI ke, tak adalah. Tapi probably right now it's more on the power of social media, the influence of social media. But because of the power of the influence is very big actually, so we leverage that as well. So that's why like kita orang masa tu promote kita punya event pun guna social media yang masa tu
Internet stop. My goodness. Mr. Reza, I think your internet is stuck. We cannot hear you.
The culture mapping ke and everything. Okay tak? Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, you can just continue whatever you were telling us.
Okay, so I think the technology is like is more on how we manage the technology lah rather than and also master how to use it. So that's how I'm doing the with technology. Okay, cepat dah setengah ni. I have something else to do.
Oh, okay. I think just last question, because this is one of the questions that we have to ask you because our lecturers said so. So last question is, what are the 3 tips that you would like to offer anybody who just start out in PR?
Oh, I guess like I said, first be agile. Be agile means, you know, be random or ability to change in seconds. I think that's important. Never be rigid and never be static, or like you guys love to use, never be current gitu. So okay, that's one. Second, you must have additional skills, which is writing, poster, video, macam like me, I think lah, I have the communication skills as well, which is macam I am emceeing in the event. Not only emceeing, I'm also managing an event. But me, it's actually very privileged to have that opportunity. I did that since time. So when I was in my secondary school, I was tasked with being an MC for an international event. Because sekolah kita orang macam selalu host ada pelajar-pelajar negara kan. So I was the MC. So that was very prestigious for me lah. So please have that additional skills. MC ke, cakap-cakap ke, macam bercakap in public ke kan, because MC different, berhujah is different. I don't know how to debate, but I don't think I need to right now, but at least I know how to produce the idea. That's why I read a lot, and I read at the correct platform can follow the correct people, and learn to create poster ke, to create video ke, macam tu je lah. Because macam when you are doing that kan, you don't have sometimes you don't have a big team. Macam Petronas ni yang kita cakap yang kaya ni pun macam, imagine poster pun I buat sendiri, video pun I buat sendiri. So I don't have a team pun macam, kau buatkan poster, kau buatkan video tak. And especially I am very picky. I am very picky in terms of it does not satisfy with what I want. Kan? Which comes to the third tips, never be satisfied with what you're doing. Because I always love to challenge myself. So macam sometimes when you are easily dissatisfied kan, it's not about giving up, but it's about doing better than what it is. For example, macam kalau you dah buat speech untuk contoh CEO tu contoh kan, it's not just buat sekali je. I read it almost like macam probably 10 kali sampai mata kau juling baca. Sampai kau dah hafal dah baca tu. Cari lagi ayat because you're not satisfied with what you wrote. And then probably you also have certain people that you trust. You need those in life as well. You need certain people that open and transparent to you. So give them, okay, boleh tak kritik sikit benda ni? Apa yang kau rasa kalau kau baca? And then you know, and then they will critique, and then they will give more opinion. So I think by challenging yourself, by not easily being satisfied, because I think easily complacent, that's the word. When you are complacent with what you have right now, it's actually very dangerous kan. You rasa macam mak aku kaya, mak aku dah kerja, nanti aku kerja lah mana-mana, tak takut, nantilah. So macam the complacency tu actually kills you in the long run. I have several people that I met are very complacent with what they are, and also why diorang sampai situ je, takat tu je. Jika diorang tak challenge themselves, diorang tak challenge. Contohlah macam ada je macam kadang-kadang I have to do something else kerja kan. Contoh macam itu kerja dia, contoh kena tulis ke, kena apa. Tapi macam kadang-kadang dia minta tolong I. Which means I'm okay je, tapi maksudnya dia complete challenge themselves lah. Dia tak tulis, dia tak apa discover dia punya talent ke apa ke kan. Apa macam video je suruh aku buat kan. I mean aku okay je lah, aku pandai pun, tapi macam kau tak nak belajar kan. It's never too late to learn anything pun. Macam tu lah. So never be complacent. That's all.
Okay, last question from me. What is your opinion on ethics on PR? What are the prior ethics on PR? How it plays role? How ethics plays?
Sometimes this question sometimes is ironic because the PR punya objective is to make sure people are happy and people are people are okay with what you're doing apa ke, which means sometimes you have to do by any necessary means. So I think the ethics of it is you just have to make sure that what you're doing is according to the law. Contoh macam tu lah. Semacam, I mean contoh lah kan nak cakap kononnya just because of you want to please people, you bribe them. Itu tak bagus lah. But it happens pun in the real world kan. Tapi probably you don't need to do that lah. You have your own strong ethics. That you are against corruption, you are against bribery, macam tu kan. Just because of you don't want, contoh lah macam contoh you bribe the government agency so that the government agency will not report that as an incident, for example. I mean probably that is a part of your job, tapi macam you just have to reflect lah, is this a good ethics or not, kan. Or also lying to the public. Contoh lah, just because you want them to make them happy, you lie about the situation. Oh actually tak ada dangerous chemicals pun yang pelepasan, kita orang memang dah check, memang semua okay. Tapi sebenarnya you know that you are lying, so that is not good lah kan. What if someone's dead? Someone is suffering because of your action kan. Tapi you are lying to the public, so that is not good. Ethics is something that you just have to have a strong philosophy in life and with whatever you embed your philosophy is. If you think religion works, then put it as from religion perspective lah. Macam maybe fikir pasal Tuhan apa ke. But if religion doesn't work, probably you just think about, if you are that person, would you like to be treated that way? I mean something like that, depends on whatever governs your work or your ethics at that moment. I think that's all. Tak dengar Aqila?
Dengar.
So Alia and Zulaikha.
Yes, so I guess we're reaching to the end of our interview today. Before we end this interview, I would like to ask you for any link of profile or blogs if you have, and a business card along with a picture of you.
Oh, I think you can just go to my social media je kot, cari je Reeza Rosnan, and then ambil lah gambar mana-mana korang suka, Facebook, Instagram ke. Ada business card, I have it but it's in office, but since we are from home, I don't think I can give it to you soon, but it's okay. But I can share you my position.
My email.
I think I can send the email. No, because the business card, I'm not so sure whether I have it in. I have the business card, but it was the previous position, not the latest position.
I see.
So probably I can give you the email signature though. Email signature kan. So I will send Alia email from my signature email lah kot.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Hope you benefit. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you so much, Miss
Thank you
Reza.
so much. Thank you for
Thank
your
you so
time.
very, very much.
Thank you, Mr. Reza.
Bye-bye, Miss Reza.
Picture, picture,
Thank
Zulaikha.
you.
Oh, ada picture
Ah, Mr. Reza nak screenshot.
Oh, ada. Present. Okay. Print screen.
Okay. Count.
3, 2, 1. Kan pakai phone, pakailah print screen.
No, sorry. Just for
Okay, dah.
my
Thank you.
record.
Bye-bye.
Okay, who's print screen? Done. Okay, thank you, Miss Reza.